Hello and welcome to the round 4 review. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. This week we scored 2,123 into rank 47k. Not great, so starting from a fair way back. And we used 3 trades last week. We'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, usually I post my trades on Twitter or wherever on Discord. This week I decided to take the week off, but yeah, all good. Just needed to restore a bit of life to Supercoach balance, if that makes sense. So honestly, the team was doing bad because you look at your team, you've just traded in Finn Callahan injured, trade in Darcy Cameron injured, so that's cost me 3 trades. So I couldn't really make the corrections I wanted. I just thought, oh my god, like putting so much time into this just for it to go to shit. But nah, all is good, and I'm getting pretty keen to do some videos because I wanted to make some videos last week, but I was like, I probably should just commit to the week off. But all good. So I think we'll get into a lot of things to discuss. Sam Doherty, oh my god, what a nightmare disaster pick. Laird is, I don't know if Laird's a disaster pick, but it's not been a good pick. And no Chandler as well was just killing us. So the other 2 players that were killing us were, Oliver probably wasn't killing us, priced at 130, doing 135, so not terrible, but Tim English, so we'll get to that. So our trades for last week, you look at this defense and you're thinking, oh boy, what is this? Makeshift defense. So we traded out Warple and Callahan. I was okay to hold Warple, but I figured they're running 6 inside mids. There's not enough points for Warple to make a lot more money. So I got rid of Warple, got rid of Callahan, who looked like he was playing injured. All of a sudden he starts playing good, but he had a bad DT to SC ratio. And also got rid of Darcy Cameron, and also got rid of Ridley the week before to prepare to get rid of Darcy Cameron. So it was just an absolute nightmare. And then couldn't get Chandler because I was correcting Darcy Cameron, which drove me absolutely nuts, but is what it is. So we brought in Tyler Young, Clayton Oliver, and Tim English. Tyler Young was an interesting one. I wouldn't recommend getting him, but like he's just made 40k and another 40, he'll make another 30. So he'll be okay. He has at least 2 weeks job security. So long story short with him, Tarrant got injured in the VFL. Gibcus is out for another month with injury, and Broad is out for 3 weeks with suspension. So as soon as Tarrant went down in the VFL, that was a go for Tyler Young. So he's going to make a bit of money, and I think we're definitely struggling for rookies. So Supercoach as a whole this year, like what sort of year is it? Is it a guns and rookies year? Is it a mid-prices year? Is it like trade heavy early sort of year, or can you sit on like a team? Do you need to have all these players? I think it was a guns and rookies year. Maybe you add in Hopper and Setterfield, and maybe you can add like maybe a Stocker who's doing it right down back. Maybe there's a few mid-prices that we've missed. I think like Buckley and Nick Haynes and Jack Buckley from GWS are doing unbelievably well, which somehow slipped under our radar, I think. Some people might have got him in, but I think for the most part, guns and rookies. So I don't have Noah Long, he's doing well. I don't have Max Michelini, and no Chandler is just the absolute catastrophe. But other than that, I didn't need to have Warple, even didn't need to have Hopper. Setterfield, I think you needed to start for those massive points early. But other than that, like I think mid prices were a total waste of time. I guess Will Day as well has been really good. But we missed him, and he might be suspended. So brought in Oliver. I thought Oliver is just, oh my god, the fixture is nuts coming up. So his break even is 127, so he's not coming down, and if he does, it's not going to be by much. So I figured like we want to get him in early, but we don't really have a pathway. So let's just get rid of, we got rid of Ridley 2 weeks ago. It was fake premium. Doc, I think, might be fake. We'll touch on that in a second. And then we captained him this week. But I think this week we'll knock out captains early. We got to stop VCing Laird. It worked in round 2, but other than that, it hasn't worked. This week we have English first last set. That's a VC. And then we have Dacos. I don't like seeing English just because its durability makes me nervous. And then C Dacos against Saints. We give up points to defenders. I wonder if Ross does something to Dacos though. I don't know. We could VC Oliver into English. maybe that would be better. But I think English will go nuts against Lysette. Also, we brought in Tim English. So interestingly, I was going to bring in Wits, which would have been a dumb thing to do. Well, got a bit lucky. I checked the Gold Coast Big Footy board, and not only was there a rumour that he was a late out, there was 3 different people saying that they wanted Moyle to play in the team, and Dew made comments 2 weeks ago, I think, that they want to play Moyle and Wits together at some point. So lucky I read that, and lucky it was a late out. Otherwise, I would have gone to Wits. So yeah, there would have been I got bowed pretty hard here, but yeah, just overplaying durability, I guess. I've always kind of been like that, and you can see with like Elliot Yeo and Jaden Short do carps in the preseason, done them again. So it can happen, but when there's enough upside in Tim English, I guess it's a lesson. Even with the durability risk, you take the upside. So yeah, all English had to do was repeat his opening to last year, and you were stuffed without him. So didn't think that through hard enough, and he's actually gone one better than the start of last year. So that's what the team looks like, and yeah, we'll go through our captains for this week. Yeah, we captained Oliver, VC Laird, which failed. So Laird has just been not great, but yeah, Nick Dacos, don't need to speak on him. So even at 590k, he's probably 78 break even. So you need to have Nick Dacos. If you haven't got him, just get it done. I think he had a stretch of 10 minutes where he did nothing, and another stretch of 15 minutes where he did absolutely nothing, and he still scored 150. So yeah, he's disgusting. I don't know what he averages this year. Why'd I click that again? He can probably do 120, I think, which is pretty nuts. And now, Sam Doherty, what do we do here? I watched this game, and McGovern, it seemed his role was a bit odd. So in the first half, he wasn't doing a whole lot. He was on about 20, and he was kind of caught. I don't know what the role was. Like, high halfback's not really a role, is it? He wasn't deep in defence. He was kind of just floating around, pushing up a little bit, getting no ball whatsoever. But all the deep ball that was going to Carlton's defence was going to, which I can't even remember who they played, North. All the ball that went deep in Carlton's defence was gobbled up by Sard and McGovern. And Doherty was getting none of it. And in the second half, Doherty went to the midfield and did okay, and then they benched him for ages, I think. So he only scored well when he went to the midfield. Now this week, I believe Akers comes back and Sam Walsh comes back. McGovern went off injured, I think, but I think he's fine. So this is I would get off if I could. I've got the price drop now. So do you just back him in? I mean, you can just say he had 40 touches last week. What was his break even? Holy crap, 140. Average at 85. Yeah, I didn't think going Doherty over Dawson could go this badly. I don't have anywhere to move. Like, maybe we can go through some trade scenarios later, but I'm already down enough trades and already had to blow a boost on Darcy Cameron. Ginby apparently was tired, so he might be rested this week, if not next week. I'm not. What's his break even? 18. So he's not ready to be traded. If he gets a week off, he can come back and average 75, 80 still, I think. So he's not in my trade plans just yet. If he misses, I'll hold. McKenna's outstanding. What's his break even? 11. So yeah, he can just stay there and make more money for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Wilmot is doing okay. So Wilmot needs to play down back to score well. He played pure wing against, I forgot who they played again. Collingwood. So yeah, if he's playing pure wing, it's not great. It's just hard to get the ball. Like with the man on the mark rule, people can just walk around the man on the mark and just go forward. Whereas, it's like the wing is just left hung out to dry far too often these days. So unless you've got like a massive tank, like you look at like Jaden Hunt's been playing the wing really well, especially at Optus, just able to take marks everywhere, whereas Wilmot doesn't quite have that tank just yet, but he was around the ball a little bit as well, pushing into stoppage, which was good. But I do prefer him on the bench. But just the way things have gone, slightly unbalanced structure. We need Chandler here and then no Laird and a defender here, but can't do much now. Constable was accumulating in the VFL, so you just kind of hope he plays at some point. Cowan has a short turnaround on Thursday, so hopefully he gets up for that. If Ginby's rested, we're probably going to have to field him, so hopefully we can field a defence this week. And then Tyler Young was not too bad. I get very nervous when he kicks the ball because he can turn it over pretty easily, but he even took a kick in, and yeah, he played okay. He's quite good at ground level, which is good, so he gets a few tackles in, and he spoils a bit in the air, so 60 from him is massive, and we'll probably need to field him this week. Moving to the midfield, Oliver 121. Probably you want a bit more. You priced at 130, scoring 120. That's not good enough, I guess, for what you traded in for, but we got him in because he's just want to own him, and the run that he's got coming up is quite frightening. So if we weren't going Oliver, we needed to go a value player, and I figured, well, in defence, who are we going to go? So Will Day was there, but I wasn't too sure if Will Day was a keeper or not. I got him in other formats, but in this format, I'm not sure. I think with the cash gen on the bench this year, I feel like it might be a little bit difficult to finish a team. I'm not too sure yet, but I just went, just get Oliver done, captain option. He's going to sit around this price. He'll come down a little bit, but not much. And, if he puts in a massive one, then he's gone. You can't get him, so just got him in. Laird, tagged by Ash. Ash just kept holding his jumper, and the umpires weren't calling it, which is a little bit annoying. They called it a few times, actually, but break even of 160. There's nothing we can do about this. There's no point selling. Yeah, this here. Oh my god. So yeah, he's still top 8. So I think he's a hold. Just annoying. Big break even. Dropped heaps of money. Money's kind of hard to come by, so it's annoying. Bond was fine. Green was fine. He's been better in Dream Team for some reason. I thought it'd be better for Supercoach. Will Setterfield was fine. Low time and ground. So I see some people want to move him on, especially 85 break even now. People are looking to move like your Hop or Setterfield or Warple on to get a Clayton Oliver or maybe a Jordan Dawson with the low break even now. I'll be holding Setterfield and I'll be holding Clayton Oliver for the time being. So I think they can still get to 500k. I think Hopper just gassed out, and then very low time on ground for Setterfield. Might be carrying something at the moment, but yeah, we've got him in for 280, so not a great trade, but he has made almost 100k. Hopefully Hopper comes good. They got Sydney, Melbourne. That's not good. GWS, that's Giant. Gold Coast, a bit easier. So here we go. And then Ashcroft, see how he's ticking along, 22 break even. So he's not in the trade plans for the short term. So I think we can hold him. He can get to 400k. Cam McKenzie, they're not playing him in the midfield. They threw him in the last quarter, and he got a few clearances, but the game was over, so there's no points to go around. He does make a few clangers, which is annoying. Kicked into the man of the mark, should have got an easy goal. But yeah, benched him last week, filled him this week, just the way it goes with rookies. Hollands, Baker are ticking along fine. Baker was good in fantasy, not so much Supercoach. And then English and Marshall. So we don't, unless injury happens, we're not really making any trades here. What's English break even? 87. So he's legitimately a cash cow. So he's gone up 67k. So he's probably going to get to 700 if he can get through the next few games. Forward line, Dunkley's been really disappointing, and I'm thinking of trading him in other formats just to be an anti-pod and get him back cheaper, of course. But Supercoach has been alright. Fantasy's been terrible. He's averaging 90. It's not what I expected from him, but he has a nice fixture coming up, so he's just not really a preferred captain at the moment like I thought he would be. Taranto's been fantastic. Rosie struggled a bit, kicked a nice goal towards the end that got heaps of points, but other than that, I think Rowbottom was hanging off him as well. Not great, but so he's fine. Gordon was good. I think a good thing with Gordon is in the last quarter when they were trying to win the game, Gordon was always around the ball, so it just goes to show that they want him in the midfield, so that's a good sign. Zeeble 92 ticking along alright, so I don't know if he's keeper or not, but I think he'll be close, so might be a buy flip if not keeper, I think. And then Sheasel. So I think this forward line is the correct forward line. I think Cogs was probably the worst one, and it's looking that way at the moment. So I'm happy we skipped Cogs, and I think we'll touch on Cogs in the podcast. Owning Cogs in the past, when he has a form slump, it's a very bad form slump. So Gito is not winning either as well. It is Hawthorn this week, so he can bounce back no problem. But he's 29 now. You can start to ask, why is he scoring so poorly? You can kind of ask question marks because of age or just with his history of form. So I don't know what I'd do with Cogs. The role is still there, I think, so he should be a hold theoretically, but might be a frustrating one. And I don't know if Jack McRae gets forward status, so I'm not really looking at getting any more forwards in. I think maybe Darcy Cameron, I think we'll need cover for the rest of the year, even if he's like F7 or something, which would be good. So yeah, that's the team. It's okay. It's missing a few pieces, but it's what it is. So trades this week. We're still holding Chesser, so to do all these corrections and not fix Chesser up, not great. So what is Samson Ryan? I can't afford him, but 156, 19 break even. So it looks like Nank is out, so I think he's their preferred ruckman. Soldo's listed as short term, and Lynch is out too, so he'll need to cover ruck and forward, so he should play, you would think. I know they got Ben Miller playing forward in the VFL. I think we'll go Van Rooyen. How did he go this week? 53. But he does have that 90 from round 1 in his system. I thought he played quite well. He dropped the biggest sitter, so could have scored a bit more. He makes contests a lot. I think he also had a hit-outs advantage taken off him. I was watching early in the game, which was odd. Yeah, I think he can make 150k, so I think we'll just do that. We don't really have anything to go to here. So we got 538k. So what can we even get here? I think we'll just skip Ryan this year. Just always seem to skip him no matter what. This is bullshit. Is Dawson 17%? I thought it was more than that. Mitch Duncan, no, too old. The Jake Lloyd's been really good, but I think the kicker numbers aren't high enough. Interesting. Baker, I have Baker in fantasy. I think he's a no, but we'll outdo his price, but he's not. I don't think he's keeper. Rampy, no, he's somehow scoring well. Florence been actually pretty wild. That's interesting. Redmond, okay. I think Redmond's probably the best one on this list. Or Jake Lloyd. Day might be suspended, so Day's not too bad. Sinclair's coming down. What's his break even? 150. Okay, so he's probably going to drop to like 550 with a ton. And what's Sicily's break even? So these guys are coming down. So the first thing we need to do is probably get... Actually, Nick Haynes as well, averaging 100. So there was an article on Nick Haynes saying he's been playing through some illness. That he got damaged from his medication. From scummy Big Pharma. But apparently he's alright now and he's back to his best. So... yeah, that kind of... I didn't see that one coming. The article was late as well. If it was before round 1, I probably would have considered it, but that's alright. Richards, too much sharing down back. If they can just throw Daniel down back at any point. Ridley, no way. Mitch McGovern's been scoring okay, but durability worst in the league. Trent Rivers in the midfield's been solid. I don't know if we make a play here. What do we even do? It's probably Redmond or... It's probably Redmond. Redmond can throw... I don't know if I trust Redmond because he can throw in those shocking scores. I'd rather get... You got Sinclair, Sicily, Dawson, and then 2. I guess Stewart. I don't really like Stewart much. He's burnt me in the past. But he can score better than anyone. Yeah, I don't know. Jack Buckley, key defender, he's been alright. Andy McGrath, no way. Have him in fantasy. What a trap. Jaden Hunt's been pretty good this year. It's very annoying. The interesting thing is he has a similar break even to Sinclair and Sicily, who I'd like to get to. And Sicily played pure key defenders. I don't know why they're using him like that, especially on Jeremy Cameron and Tom Hawkins. Just didn't work. So he's 190. They got plenty of size on him. So anyway, that's the team this week. Let me know how you went and what you're thinking to doing this week, and I think we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll do a few videos, and I'm doing the podcast straight after this, which will be good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.